I am Jenna Bosonko, and this is QTV News coming to you live from our studios on Kaaba Avenue. Thanks for joining us. And here are the main local news headlines. Well-known radio and TV presenter Sarah Tanjai passed away on Sunday evening following a short illness. The Independent Electoral Commission on Monday announced the withdrawals of 5 candidates from the National Assembly election and also set a date for by-elections in Brikama Area Council and KMC. The GCCI's 15th edition of International Trade Fair wrapped up on Sunday after what has been described as one of the most successful ones in over a decade. The Youth Network of SOS Children's Village on Saturday held a youth community awareness campaign to encourage youth participation in matters affecting them. In sports news, the national football team, the Scorpions, are in upbeat mood ahead of their second leg AFCON 2023 preliminary qualifiers against Chad on Tuesday. And in international news, millions of dollars of public funds allegedly stolen by 2 of Kenya's richest men are being returned to the country to buy life-saving COVID-19 equipment. Those were the main headlines, and now the news in detail. Do stay with us. QTV News, and I am Jenna Bosonko. Well-known radio and TV presenter Sarah Tanjai passed away on Sunday evening following a short illness. More in this tribute. Mild sickle cell disease may have no impact on a person's day-to-day life, but the illness can be serious enough to have a significant effect on a person's life. Sarata, commonly known as Sarah Joy, has lived her life battling sickle cell disease. Being a strong woman, the disease has never stopped her from achieving her passionate dream of being an artist and a TV presenter. Sarah loves music and entertainment and was advocating to bring female musicians in the Gambia together. She was working on her project called Girl Power, in which she featured some prominent Gambian female artists. Earlier this year, she started a promotional organization called the Joy House, which was formed to help promote Gambian artists both at home and abroad.
Today, the ñëw for one land the other side of Sarah Joy. Hamga, the other side, the singers. In case you don't know, because nobody xamuñ ne come like way back odore. Dañ fo ne come started it as a radio presenter. Well, guys, here's the page I'm ready to reveal today. So, si kanam tuuti rek adina si ànd ak Tom 50 and then stylist and nañ ànd waxtaan ko la dugg si biir rek.
Being a pioneer in the music industry, Sarah worked at various radio stations in the Gambia as a radio presenter and helped in promoting Gambian music. Her most recent program, Love Show, was on Q Radio. Sarah was also a co-host on Gum Vibes show on QTV. She has also worked at other media, including GPI and other media platforms. Sarah has always dreamt of achieving a lot more, both in the media and in the music industry. She has always had that priority of putting women first because her main aim was to empower women and girls. Rest in peace, Sarah Joy. May Allah have mercy and forgive you for all your shortcomings. Amen. Reporting for QTV News, I am Jenna Bosonko. We pray she's in a better place. Now, the Independent Electoral Commission on Monday announced the withdrawals of 5 candidates from the National Assembly election set for April 9th. The Commission has also set a date for by-elections in Brikama Area Council and KMC. Omar P. Jallo has the rest of that story.
Following the end of nominations on the 13th of March 2022, the IEC accepted the nominations of 251 candidates nationwide to contest the April 9 National Assembly election. 85 of them are independent candidates. Section 51 of the Election Act provides for candidates who wish to withdraw their candidature 7 days before election day. Relying on this provision, the IEC accepted the withdrawals of Mustafa S. Cham, PDOIS candidate for Lower Salum, Seluba, independent candidate for Upper Salum, Malik Jase, independent candidate for Lower Salum, Palamin Saho, independent candidate for Joswan, and Abdullah Bari, independent candidate for Kiang West. Pamakan Khan is the Director of Training and Communications at the IEC.
Of course, as per the law, they don't need to give a reason for withdrawal. It's their option to come forward and be nominated. It's part of their political rights to vote or to be voted for. So as such, they don't need to give any reason to the commission as to why they withdraw. As a candidate, you can withdraw your candidature within this stipulated period, of course, which ends on the 2nd of April.
The IEC also confirms the date of Lamin M. Jai, the only candidate for Gambia for All Party for Kiang West constituency, while offering their condolence to the GFA party and family of the deceased. The IEC said the GFA can submit nominations for other aspirants for the Kiang West constituency before the end of the withdrawals date, which is the 2nd of April 2022.
The Gambia for All Party notified the commission of the demise of their candidate in the Kiang West constituency, Lamin Jai, who passed on. May his soul rest in peace. And then as regards the electoral process, this affects the death of a candidate in relation to Section 54 of the Elections Act, and which is, of course, treated as a withdrawal. So the political party has the mandate or has the opportunity to fill in another candidate before the period of withdrawal elapses.
The IEC also announced that by-elections in the Birkama Area Council and KMC on Saturday, 14th May 2022. The vacancies to fill are the Bundung 6 Johnson Ward, London Corner Ward, Sanyang Ward, and Marakisa Ward.
As per the law, in order to, if you are holding an elected office, so the person need to resign from that position. So, in order to contest for the National Assembly election, 4 of the sitting ward councillors resigned their positions.
Between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. at the IEC regional offices in Birkama and Kanifing. Nomination papers can be collected from the 2 regional offices from the 4th of April 2022. Campaign period will be from the 2nd to the 12th of May 2022. Reporting for QTV News, I am Omar P. Jallo.
Now, the GCCI's 15th edition of International Trade Fair wrapped up on Sunday after what has been described as one of the most successful ones in over a decade. As Mamadou Lamin Choi reports, the president of the GCCI visited the trade fair grounds on Sunday, where he outlined plans to organize more trade fairs in a year.
The GCCI's International Trade Fair ended on Sunday after a month of exhibitions of nearly 500 diverse businesses from the Gambia and other countries in the West Africa sub-region. Some of the participants shared their impressions of this year's event with QTV. Modumar, a businessman, has been participating in GCCI trade fairs for a decade. The trade fair has been useful because since it started, businesses from many countries have been coming with different goods that are of good quality. Through that, we have been able to interact and know each other. That is important because each of us has 1 or 2 things that the other doesn't have. The scale of participation this year presented opportunities for business to widen their network of business contacts locally and beyond, thereby creating new channels for publicity and marketing of their products, which is one of the objectives of the trade fair. Fatou Ndaw is a business owner from Senegal.
Gambia and Senegal are one. This is why anytime there is a trade fair in the Gambia, we participate. We're here because we participated last year and it was good, because people tried our products and the feedback was positive. This year's trade fair too, people have come to patronize us again.
The president of the Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Idris Amas Job, together with GCCI officials, here visits the site in Bruceby.
It is, if not the most, it's one of the most successful trade fair because it has also brought us together trying to meet the deadline as an institution. We were able to do this thing within a very short period of time, and that requires teamwork, it requires solidarity. We were also able to like I was saying, innovate, coming on this ground, being able to build the permanent green village, which is not ready yet, but I mean, it's done by Gambians. We are encouraging Gambians to showcase what they are doing. So we are very, very pleased with the results, both economically, but we are also pleased with the results in terms of delivery.
He also thanked government and its institutions for contributing towards the success of this year's trade fair.
I have asked around, and one of the things I want to emphasize is the assistance of the government through the different organs like the security forces that have been here with us all throughout this period, but also importantly the GRA, because we have asked people and they said that the GRA, the ferry service, GPA, has all facilitated for especially the foreigners coming from the sub-region. They were all able to come through with their goods without problem. We recognize that and we want to thank them for that.
One of this year's success stories was that GCCI, for the first time, held the event on the Chamber's own trade fair ground in Brusabe. Babukar Saho, GCCI's acting Deputy Chief Executive Officer, explains their plans for the future use of the ground.
Remember, the GCCI is a non-government organization, but we have a responsibility and an obligation to the general public. And we will use our asset base, in this case the trade fair ground, to continue to contribute to the socio-economic development of the Gambia. This ground will be used for multiple events, but thankfully now we will be able to host the trade fair multiple times during the year, as compared to in the past where we can only do it once at the Independence Stadium. So we will be seeing more of these within the year. And also we will also make it available for public use in terms of any other bigger gatherings. People who are interested, institutions that are interested, can approach the GCCI, and then we will see how best we could make this place available.
From this trade fair, the GCCI will now review the survey it has conducted to gauge the experiences and challenges of both consumers and businesses. This will enable them to strategize even better next time. Mahmoud Lamin Choi, QTV News.
GCCI wraps up its trade fair. From that, we will now go for a short commercial break. And when we come back, we have some more stories for you. Do stay tuned.
To make sure your company's products and services reach your potential customers, it is essential that you choose the right channel for your marketing purposes. QTV has the widest reach locally and beyond, and we can give your business the visibility it needs. Call QTV Marketing on +220 324 4444 or email us at marketing@qtv.gm and take your business to the world.
Q Money, the biggest mobile money service in the Gambia, has taken mobile banking to the next level. Now, you can link your Q Money wallet with your bank account. Yes, link your Ajib or EcoBank accounts with your Q Money wallet and get instant access to your cash anytime. No need to queue at the bank anymore. Transfer funds from your bank account to your wallet or your wallet to your bank account using Q Money Bank Link is the fastest, most secure and convenient way to transfer funds between your wallet and bank account. For more information, call our customer care on 133. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV News, and I am Jenna Bosonko. Now, the Youth Network of SOS Children's Village on Saturday held a youth community awareness campaign to encourage youth participation in matters that affects them. More in this report.
To ensure the effective participation of young people in development concerns, they must be given the proper tools, such as information and education about their rights and responsibilities. The campaign focused on substance abuse, career choices, sexual and gender-based violence, amongst other related issues. Tijan Betts, the National Youth Coordinator for SOS Children's Village, says the youth have gone through trainings in several areas to build their capabilities and raise awareness in their communities.
The importance of this program today is to strengthen or to enhance youth participation at the community level, okay, and through our SS programs to educate young people that they can voice out some of the challenges they are facing and to share it with other people in the society to try to bring change.
Young people around the world are encouraged to organize and participate in activities to raise awareness about the situation of youth in their countries. The Community Awareness Campaign is an example of how Gambian youth are embracing that idea.
This event is very important. It shows that young people are willing and ready to take leadership in terms of their own development. Yeah, because the government cannot do it alone. We need to take the leadership role in our own development. It's only that way then we will be able to equip ourselves with knowledge to be able to stand against the false narratives that exist in our social cycles.
Jenaba Sanko of QTV was the guest speaker at the event. As a mentor and role model to many, she spoke about the need for young people to be passionate about the work they wish to do in future.
It is very important that you have passion for what you're getting into. If the passion is not there, you're going to cheat whatever that you want to do. You will cheat. And when it comes to journalism, you can't cheat, especially broadcast journalism, because you're in front of the people. The public is there to judge if you're good or not. They can simply do that. And again, if you're there for the money is not there. You know, the money is not there. I keep on saying this. It's not because you're doing it for the fame as well. It does not mean because you're a journalist and on TV you will be famous. No. The guarantee is you're on TV and you're good at what you're doing.
The UN says the world is home to 1.8 billion young people between the ages of 10 to 24, and their exclusion and limited educational and economic opportunities makes young people frustrated with the status quo and venture into unproductive and unscrupulous activities. Mamudu Gajaga, QTV News.
From that story, now let's take a look at what is happening in the world of sports. Now, the national football team, the Scorpions, are in upbeat mood ahead of their second leg AFCON 2023 preliminary qualifiers against Chad. Gambia had a narrow 1-0 win in the first leg, played in Yaoundé, Cameroon. Our sports reporter, Mamadou Gajaga, looks ahead to the encounter in this report.
Victory in the first leg has put a spring in the step of the lads as they face Chad in the second leg of the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations preliminary qualifiers, to be played in Morocco on Tuesday. Boubacar Traoré Steve scored the only goal of the first leg, his first goal for the national team. He says playing for his country is an honor.
Like everyone knows, this is my first goal for the national team, so I've always waited for this moment. It was like a moment that I've always dreamt of, because I've been scoring goals season in, season out with my club, but unfortunately it was never happening with the national team. I missed a couple of chances in some games and I'm like at the back of my mind, is this really gonna happen? Is it gonna come with the national team? So finally scoring a very important goal that gave us the 3 points in this crucial 2-leg game is like a big feeling for me. Like,
Captain Omar Koli, who took over the captaincy from Pamoudou Diagne, joins the team in Morocco after recovering from an injury he picked up last weekend while playing for his club Sampdoria. On the other hand, one of the outstanding players in the AFCON tournament, Aliou Dessir, Ablaye Diallo, who scored Gambia's first AFCON goal, has not been named in the squad because of a knee injury he sustained in the tournament. Baboucarr Diop and Dembo Dabo got their call-ups after their AFCON exploits. Here are their reactions ahead of Tuesday's game.
We are here today training, getting ready as a team, and we are doing all the best to try to win the second leg game to be able to qualify. And we are asking prayers from every single person in the Gambia, and we will appreciate all your prayers and support. Thank you very much.
So we are well prepared for this second leg, so we need all your prayers. Yes, so we are 100% ready to give our best. Thank you.
A number of players could make their international debuts. Football pundits have the Gambia as favourites, given the country's high-flying exploits in the continental tournament, which saw them rise 25 places in the most recent FIFA rankings. And this stands in glaring contrast with Chad's recent form, suffering 4 defeats in 6 top-flight trips of late. A win or draw for Gambia on Tuesday will see them through to the next stage of the AFCON 2023 qualifiers. Mudu Gajaga, QTV News.
Well, good luck to our Scorpions. Now let's take a look at news beyond our borders. Millions of dollars of public funds allegedly stolen by two of Kenya's richest men are being returned to the country to buy life-saving COVID-19 equipment following a landmark agreement. This story by Babukar Sise is narrated by Annabel Gay.
Jersey is a self-governing island in the English Channel, the biggest of the Channel Islands, and sits in the Bay of St. Malo. The landmark judgment has been hailed as a victory for the people of Kenya by its High Commissioner in the UK. The issue became known following a divorce case in 2006 between Samuel Gichuru, the wealthy boss of Kenya's power company, and his wife Salome Njeri. When it came to splitting up their assets, Ms. Njeri felt she was not getting her fair share, and that she was revealed that some of her husband's assets were being hidden from the proceedings. Authorities in Jersey launched an investigation that lasted for 9 years across 12 jurisdictions, which reveals that Mr. Gichuru and former Finance Minister Chris Okemo have taken kickbacks from multinationals which were sent to a Jersey-registered company. The Jersey authorities issued arrest warrants for both men and have been waiting for their extradition from Kenya ever since. The two were accused of economic crime, including a deal with a Finnish firm to construct a power station in Kenya and taking millions of pounds in kickbacks from British, Norwegian and German engineering firms, as well as a U.S. communications giant. It was in 2016 that the Jersey-registered company Windward Trading Limited pleaded guilty to 4 counts of money laundering in a Jersey court. The court ruled that the company, whose ultimate owner was Mr. Gichuru, should be stripped of more than $4.9 million in assets for money laundering. In 2018, an agreement was signed in Kenya by then UK Prime Minister Theresa May, as well as Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta and Swiss and Jersey governments to return money allegedly obtained by corrupt activities in Kenya between 1999 and 2002. Part of that agreement is that the money will be used exclusively for development projects. The money will be used to deliver the vital COVID equipment to 6 hospitals in Kenya in and around 2 months. Kenya is ranked 128th in the world in TI's Perceptions of Corruption Index, with public officials and business people open to bribery. With the funds now on their way from Jersey to Kenya, the focus turns to the possible extradition from Kenya to Jersey of the 2 accused men, Mr. Gichuru and former Finance Minister Chris Okemo, whose extradition proceedings finally got underway in Nairobi City Magistrates Court. The next hearing was expected in May. Annabel Gay, QTV News.
That is all we have for you in this edition of QTV News, but before we leave, a recap of our main headlines. Well-known radio and TV presenter Sarah Tanjai passed away on Sunday evening following a short illness. The Independent Electoral Commission on Monday announced the withdrawals of 5 candidates from the National Assembly election and also set a date for by-elections in Brikama Area Council and KMC. The GCCI's 15th edition of International Trade Fair wrapped up on Sunday after what has been described as one of the most successful ones in over a decade. The Youth Network of SOS Children's Village on Saturday held a youth community awareness campaign to encourage youth participation in matters affecting them. And in sports news, the national football team, the Scorpions, are in upbeat mood ahead of their second leg AFCON 2023 preliminary qualifiers against Chad on Tuesday. Well, that is all we have for you in this edition of QTV News. Do join us at 10 for another bulletin. Thanks for watching.